Imagine red lentils, potatoes, onions, coriander, salt, of course, and a few spices. All these coming together and converting themselves into this wonderful cutlet, red lentil cutlets. Let's begin. Now, of course, for this recipe, because they are red lentil cutlets, the first ingredient, red lentils. Masoor Dal, of course, in its entire form, which means a whole Masoor Dal. What we need to do is wash these twice or thrice at least, because this has a little powder coating on top of it, which is important to be washed out. That could be a chemical, that could be bloom, that could be anything. Let's not get into that, but the whole idea is to wash it at least twice or thrice. The next step is to pressure cook this. Now, to pressure cook this, you need the dal, of course, and you need equal quantities of water after soaking it for at least 2 to 3 hours. So stepwise, first thing is to wash it 2 to 3 times. The second step is to soak it in water for a few hours. Once they kind of swell up, the third step is to pressure cook it. Equal quantities of lentils and water, a touch of salt, and you're perfect. 2 to 3 whistles and you're good to go. The whole idea is to drain the water out as much as possible. Now, because this is a dal, of course, it's also going to be starchy. There's natural flour which is now converted into starch. So that is going to help in binding this further. To help that, we also have potatoes, of course. So red lentils, potatoes, onions, and a few more things. Let's see what. Like I said, drain out most of the water as much as you can. The next step, of course, is to grate potatoes. Potatoes are boiled, peeled, and cooled down. So the dal or the lentils have cooled down. The potatoes have also cooled down completely. If you try to do this while it is still warm or hot, you're going to end up with a sludge. So please do not do that. We want cutlets which are holding shape. Remember that. There you go. Now, while this is a recipe, it's actually not a recipe, because you can take the dal or the lentils as much as you please. You can take potatoes as many as you want. You can add onions, spices, and different things the way you please. The whole idea is to ensure that these form well and while frying, stay well. Simple. Let's add in onions, which are chopped roughly. These are red onions. You can also take a combination of red onions and white onions. Crushed ginger, garlic, and green chilies. With this, actually, you can also add in chopped green chilies if you or your family please. Let's add in Garam Masala powder. In different parts of the world, actually, you can substitute this spice, because I understand this may not be part of your pantry. You can add in Cajun spice, peri-peri, and you can just go on and on and on and add in some complex spices at this stage. If you have in some Italian herb mix, this is the step. Chili powder. Again, you can substitute this with cayenne pepper, with paprika, and the list just goes on. Personalize this recipe as much as you can, because this is from my kitchen now to your kitchen. Turmeric powder, coriander leaves. In fact, now while making this, I also feel if you add in like a handful or a fistful of chopped mint leaves, trust me, red lentils and mint, a wonderful combination. And imagine serving these cutlets with some chilled labne. That's a recipe for some other day. Salt. If you've added salt while cooking the red lentils or the potatoes, be slightly careful. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, your cutlet mix is done and ready. All you need to now do is bring all this together. While mixing all of this, it's also important to mash this, because like I said, you want this mixture to become moldable. You literally want to convert these into like marble-sized balls or lemon-sized balls, depending on the size that you're looking at for the cutlets, and then press them lightly. Simple. Here we have. Now, I intend to make slightly larger cutlets, maybe orange-sized balls. Basically, you can also make cocktail starters using the same mixture. And there you are with a completely another starter. Flatten these. Just ensure that the edges are slightly smoother. And there you go. Let's place these and make some more. Well, imagine making the same mixture, making the cutlets just the way we're making them now. Dipping them into breadcrumbs, so literally crumbing them, frying them, and making burgers out of them. Isn't that a wonderful idea? Try that also and let us know in the comment section. Our red lentil cutlets, now you can call these kebabs, you can call these cutlets, you can call these tikkis, whatever you wish. They're shaped and ready. The next step is frying them, pan frying them. Let's do that. Now this step is extremely simple, and I know you do not need a Varun Inamdar to teach you pan frying. But nevertheless, let's pan fry. Let's heat oil in a frying pan and slowly, with very gentle hands, we place these without crowding the pan, because flipping and all of that just becomes relatively easier. Yeah? Let's flip these extremely carefully. Needless to say, one at a time. These are fried and ready. Let's transfer these. And similarly, let's start frying some more. With these, our red lentil cutlets are done and ready. Now, like I said, you call these cutlets, call these tikkis, call these kebabs. It's going to taste fantastic. Slap these between breads or have these just like these. These, trust me, are fantastic. Serve these to your family. Let them guess the ingredient, the core ingredient. Red lentils, only for you. Bye for now.